moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
11.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Ingram's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Check. We're waiting.
On second down, Ingram. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let it. Ready. Yellow waiting.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flush to his right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And Watson has it right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cameron Meredith, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, it's Coleman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. This is Coleman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Okay, I'm giving credit and then some on this call. When it's 4th and that many, you know that 99% of the coaches are throwing the football. In this case, though, they figured the defense was playing the pass, took a chance, ran the ball, and picked up the 1st down.
22!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
22!
On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New Orleans coming back out onto the field here, Charles, but let's discuss Drew Brees. We, of course, talked about him in great length last week when he became the league's all-time leading passer. Well, this last week, he connected on career touchdown pass number 500 in that one-point victory against Baltimore.
Yeah, he's now beaten all 32 teams in the NFL. Only Brett Favre had done that prior to. And how about this? I saw the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Sunday, and he was there for a different reason. But I said, hey, with Drew Brees breaking all these records, is there enough space that you can get all this stuff in for him? He just said he keeps breaking them, but build him his own win.
And his Purdue Boilermakers beat Ohio State. He was pumped after that. Good weekend for Drew Brees. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Brees going to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, It's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Benjamin Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
21.
Watch 9. Switch up.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it's Pierce, so goes the team. And they need to be on the same page, in sync. And they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up.
39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of it. He's got it, hit the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The return man is Hill. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Breeze now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. Touchdown, New Orleans. Benjamin Watson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They begin the drive with Coleman. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 31-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He's going to fire this thing deep right, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They will run again with Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
36.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
To throw, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play, keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Here's Breeze. He sets to fire deep, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Shotgun now for Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
Breeze now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Finding room to the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Shrugs him off. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have moved out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Hey, let's go. 21.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Hey, Tuesday.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off by Von Bell. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Breeze is looking to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Ryan to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Ginn. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they... And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here, as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
21.
First throw of overtime for Breeze. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, two.
Now Breeze on third down. The open man is Smith. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
21. Ready.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He hits his target, left side, Watson. 23 yards on the play. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether we're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
12. Ready. Yellow waiting.
Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Back 25.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now what can Ryan do here in overtime? And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 52 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. A 1st down carry for Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Coleman on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back up beat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Ingram again, a first down carry. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill!
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get set.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
They'll run here with Ingram. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
They give it to him running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get